Hello.
Oh my gosh, it's you.
Are you surprised I showed up?
Oh, yes.
Wow. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I know when you say you will, you will. It's hard to find the time these days, and I'm so glad we have you there.
Yes, that is fair. That is 100% fair. Nope, nope. I failed it up at school and I'm like, I'm gonna take a break for a bit anyways. So
Oh, I'm glad you're here.
thanks for having me.
Oh,
How's your day? How was your birthday?
it's nothing special. It was just another day. I went to work, and I got nice messages from people and
Huh,
things like that. So it wasn't bad by any means, but it wasn't anything like, oh my god, it was a great, So
I get you.
I'm an old man anymore. It's like, it's just another day, you know.
I suppose that's fair.
It was good. It was nothing bad. It was certainly fine. Sheldon, what's up? John Apple, what is up with y'all?
Hey, hey.
Both.
Doing
I should
my
Let's show you
what?
the thing that Danielle got me for my birthday.
Oh, yeah, you didn't show me this.
It's a little like pencil holder, but it's a little cowboy kitty. It says Meowdy.
Aw, that's perfect for you.
So adorable. She says, I saw that and I was like, I had to get it. I'm like, all right, I love it.
Oh,
It's wonderful.
that is cool. That is cool. Mr. D Man, what's up?
Hey, what? I forget the time difference between me and you. What time is it where you live?
It is a little after 7, like 7:10 or something.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was like a 2 hour thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
glad you could find some time, 7 o'clock at night, your time.
Yeah, I normally I'm like earlier, but I've been playing Hero Quest with the family and so we try to get it one quest out a night. And
Huh?
so we did that first. and I
What game is that, or what is it?
it's Hero Quest. It's kind of like D&D. So you it's a cooperative board game and then you have somebody who plays the opposite, like they play the villain basically, which would be my husband. And then you play against them and eat. There's like the whole campaign. I think there's 26 maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Can't remember quests. And then you play different characters and you play different quests till it's over. It's kind of like D&D, only it's less immersive, I would say, and less complex than D&D.
But like a in person, not a video game, or not a computer
No.
online. It's in my like a play with people live kind of thing, like in real life, right?
Yes. Like, it's just my kids and my husband and I, and we
That's
just play at the table.
so fun.
Yeah. Sheldon, I have 2.5-ish hours into this. This is my grandmother. She passed away this last weekend. Rest in peace. And this is kind of I'm doing like an older version of her, like a younger version. But so yeah, I just kind of started it the other night. Haven't done too much with it, but
No, I don't know what it is, but I mean, you sent me a picture of that, was it yesterday or whatever, and I'm like, that Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're feeling this one. Like it looks really good.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Obviously, I've got a personal connection to this one, but
Like I even showed it to Danielle. I was at work. I'm like, look at this job Jessica's working on it. She's like, oh my god, that's some details in the ship. I'm like, I know.
you were at work when I sent that?
Well, I don't know. I showed it to her. Maybe I don't remember.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You should. I was like, dude, I sent that so late. I'm like, wow, you really burning the old midnight oil over there.
I mean, because we're locked in the same room together all day, so we talk about everything. And I was like, of
Sure, sure.
course, she knows you, so I was like, yes, we're gonna do a live streaming show. Oh, look at this drawing she did.
Meant to tell you, I ended up watching most of that video you sent me of her. I forget why, but I had to stop it. Of her doing her pull-ups and her, I guess I don't know if they're pull-ups or chin-ups. I don't remember, but I was like, dang. Not that I didn't know she was like badass like that before, but
Yeah, I mean, she's even telling me that she's been doing pull-ups where you're hanging, but then she sticks her legs straight out in like an L shape.
oh yeah,
And then
yeah.
I'm like, what the
Dude, I don't know. I used to think, "Oh my gosh, I'm so strong. I'm doing this, I'm doing that." And then I see some of these people doing stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have that kind of dedication, but also I don't think some people just have like really good muscle control and muscle strength. And maybe that's part of the dedication. They've learned how to do it. She's wild.
yeah,
Seen you do like those palette videos. And I'm like, what?
that's big.
um,
But yeah, Sheldon says sorry for your loss.
oh, thank you, everyone. I'm reading those now.
Mr. Mello says Jerry Gaines, hey, what's up? What's going on?
Appreciate that. You know, she lived a good life. She died at 91.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I'm like, I get that kind of scenario. It's like she was old, and it's not like it was a young, like before their time kind of thing. And
And she wanted to pass away so badly, I think, towards the end too, because she lost her husband, and she had lost her oldest son, and so I in the past years. So it's sad, but it does feel like a lot of people are passing away. I get that. Jerry Gaines says so many people passing. My condolences, your loss. I feel like that. I feel like I don't know. I feel like you can't open a news app without somebody getting killed or just seeing people pass. It's sad.
yeah, it's uh, it's a crazy world we live in. And hey, I'm just trying to make it through day by day here.
Yep,
So,
it's true. It's true.
what are your little kids doing?
Oh, they're doing all right.
Doing all right with the transition of the move and everything?
I think so. Um, oh wow. Jerry said his grandmother passed away at 92. I mean, and obviously that's sad, and I'm sure it was sad for your family. I just it's such a long life. Like I can't even imagine making it to 91 or 92, like I will feel very blessed, I think, if I make it that long. But yeah, they're doing great. I think they're doing pretty good anyways. They been doing okay in school. My oldest is really getting into STEM. They've been doing some STEM projects, which has been fun. Um, yeah, I think they're doing okay. How about yourself? How was Christmas? We haven't done anything since then. How was Christmas for you and your kiddos?
It was fine. We my ex-wife was struggling a little bit because it just seems that it always works out that I always get the boys on Wednesday, and of course, Christmas on Thursday. And so it's just kind of easy if we're going to split them up. Why have them come to my house and then take them home to bring them back Christmas again? Like, just let them stay the night and then do Christmas morning with me. And then around about noon or so, like that, I just take them back to her and then they stay with her the rest of the day there. But she said that they were going to go to a like a Christmas breakfast that they do with her, number four husband and with his family. And the kids that are always there are always asking
Did
where.
you say number four husband?
Yeah,
Is he number four?
yeah, I was number three.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought you were number two.
No, I was number three.
And then I was like, did I miss something? Did something else happen? Okay. All right. I think I'm up to speed. Okay.
Yeah,
Continue on. Did not know that about her. All right.
yeah.
Or if I knew, I forgot.
But anyway, the I guess the kids that are there at her husband's place are always asking, "Where's Leo and Andrew?" So she wanted the kids to be there for that. So she asked if she could have them Christmas morning. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I just basically just had them Wednesday night, and then
Mhm.
rather than since I couldn't keep them overnight because she wanted them Sunday or the next morning, I just said because I also got them on that exact following weekend. So it would be they come over Wednesday and stay with me for a couple hours, then I take them home, and then Christmas Day they come over Christmas Day and stay with me for a couple hours, but then I take them home because they have to work Friday, and then Friday they come back to me to stay with me for the weekend. It had been just like 3 days of back and forth. I said, just keep them Christmas Day. Just don't worry about
Yeah.
just I got them Wednesday and we did our little Christmas thing ourselves. And then I got them that weekend anyway. So
I get you.
yeah, it all worked out fine for them. And
That's for
what's
what's
really
fun.
weird, and I don't understand it, is I got a package in the mail. I'm sure this is great uh conversation for everyone's like, wow, Rob's talking about his Christmas with his kids. Like, let's talk about art or something fun. You know? Um um oh yeah, I got some package in the mail. It was like a little box from Amazon that said to my boys, to Leo and Andrew. But it doesn't say who it was from. And inside the box was a gift card for $100 for Amazon.
Oh wow.
To this day, I still don't know who the fuck sent it. No one bought. I hit up my sister. I was like, "Did you do this?" Because I kind of thought maybe it would be her, and she's like, "No, that's not me." She's like, "Kind of wish I did." Then I'm like, "Do you know his parents?" And she's like, "No, that doesn't sound like something that they would do." I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck this is from, and I want to be able to tell my boys this is a gift from somebody, and
Sure.
say so they understand who from, so they understand who to be thankful to. But here we are, and no one said, "Hey, by the way, I sent this. Did they get it?" So I have no idea, and
Maybe they want it to be that way.
in a way it pisses me off. I know that's like the exact opposite reaction, but I want to know who it was so I can tell them, not just this mystery gift to show up and then you don't.
It's in a way, it's pissed me off.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that cracks me up. Oh wow.
oh, I'm
Massive Panda. Hey, what's up? Says, what's going on, Rob?
Mr. Panda might be.
That is really cool. I get where you're coming from. Like, it would be nice to know. Like you said, but I also I get the secret. I just want to make someone stay without, making it about me.
I get that, but it's like it's also important for my boys to understand, like somebody went out of their way to give you a not insignificant sum of money,
Sure.
so that they understand and can say, "Hey, thank you for this." You know, But now I have to be like, somebody sent this and I don't know who. And they're like, oh, okay, all right. Anyway, what can we order, Daddy?
That's fair.
My boys are very grateful. They're very humble, sweet little kids. And I don't know. It's just, yeah. Anyway.
Well, you know what? I'm glad somebody did it for them.
I,
Wasn't me. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
yeah.
But
You'd be like, oh, I mean, that was totally me, Rob. Yeah.
I would totally tell you, be like, I hope they enjoy it because I'd want them to be like, "Oh, just got us something." So you know I would say it's me.
Right.
But it was
Like,
nice.
hey, Andrew, remember that one gal that came over one time and you just instantly gave her a hug and it was like, what the hold on, son. I mean,
That was a hug worth $100. I will say that. I should have done it. Now I feel like your sister.
yeah, right. I should have done that shit.
Now I feel like it should have
And so Christmas was just spent it with my boys and then just basically spent Christmas at home with the roommate.
been.
Just talk.
Old shotgun screen says, "You can thank me for it if it makes you feel better."
Just because you're paying, then I'll just fucking take credit.
Yeah.
Take shotgun scream. That's very generous of you.
What a nice person.
I met
Wow.
a rando on the internet who's you'd have no idea. They were very kind and
Hey, sometimes it's the randos on the internet who are the kindest.
true.
They're
I've
like, you know what?
been on the receiving end of a lot of kindness, a lot of these folks.
Yeah, see? Actually wouldn't have surprised me if it was somebody who had your address from this sitch. I could see it.
So who from there would have my address and then know my kid's name?
I mean, I guess you haven't really been super vocal about it on here, but
I mean, I'll mention their name, but somebody have to like, oh my god, I remember their kid's name. Hell yeah.
maybe you
Wow,
have a talker.
man, that's fine.
I mean, maybe you could.
Right.
I could see it. I could see you getting a stalker.
So are you just doing pencil? Is that just all pencil?
Yeah, it's just pencil.
Regular, but no like colored pencil or anything like that. It's just a kind of lead you're using.
So it's just a graphite. So it's I just got different ones. I've got like a couple B's. Actually, they're all B's except for one H that I've used. Oh no, they're all B's. They're just all B's, different. Which they're really soft, so like I can move them around with my finger.
Right, the soft lead so you could smudge. Yeah, it's looking really cool.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Just trying to give like it's a black and white picture that I'm using, so
Kind of helps it retain its kind of vintage feel.
yeah, yeah, that's my thoughts. We'll see. Her funeral is Saturday. My dad was like, "Oh, maybe if you get it done, we can display it at the funeral." And I was like, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna have that done by then," but it's a nice thought.
Sheldon says, I've met a few B's and H's in my time. That's pretty freaking clever. Boats and hoes and boats and hoes and have
hmm
you seen that movie, Step Brothers?
Of course, yes. Yeah, it's actually one of those ones I don't usually. People are my younger brother. I guess both my brothers are younger than me, but he like you can't get into a movie quoting match with him, specifically Will Ferrell. You'll just lose. Like he'll just no. It's like also with The Office. Don't get into a quoting match with The Office because if you start it, he's going to finish it. Like I don't know how he retains all this information, but um, it's funny because he will quote that movie all the time, and I'll be like, I don't even remember that like quote from it. It's like not one that I quote very often, but a lot of people love it.
Yeah. It's not my favorite movie, but there's enough about it. Excuse me.
Excuse you, sir.
It's like choking over here to death. But yeah, there's a lot of scenes in that, especially that ridiculous video that they do with her. It's like freaking hilarious.
What'd you say?
Just that scene in that movie, the
Yeah, it was
oh,
the
oh,
song.
that's funny.
Yeah, yeah, agree. We were just doing the old Anchorman. Um, what's diversity? Believe it was an old wooden ship. I always do that one. I think it's
Wife is sitting
hilarious.
next to him with this very earnest look on his face, and he's like nodding his head, like, "Yeah, yeah, that's what it is."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I would be surprised if the network was concerned about our lack of old wooden ship. But thank you, Ron. He's
yeah,
just like nodding, like, okay, yeah, sure.
so funny.
Uh, classic. Classics. Mr. Demon says I don't watch any of those. Jerry says maybe it was from Mr. Scrooge after an all night fever dream of random people jumping in and out of his window.
Hey, you know, maybe.
He saw in a vision that your kids needed $100 to spend on Amazon or wherever.
And I had to tackle him basically last night. I said, "Look, boys, because what the thing is my youngest boy, he doesn't
Mhm.
understand the idea of like you have what do you want, and he can't put it together in his head like, well, I like he needs to be in like a store and look around and see what he wants. But you're like, hey, you can order anything you want from Amazon. He doesn't know what the fuck Amazon, and he doesn't understand. So I'm like, I'm not
Oh
like
dear.
feed him ideas, but I'm like, do you want this or would you want that? So I kind of been I told his older brother like tell his mom to just like daddy wants you to help Andrew. Like maybe mommy has an idea, and so maybe mommy can sit down with Andrew and sit down and find something and then let me know. He's like, all right. And then that never happened. So it's been, since Christmas. So I'm like, all right, come on. We're going to figure out something, boys. Like, we're just sitting here. Let's get something ordered. So we just ordered some like toys, and my older boy got some headphones. And so it's on its way. So it's done and done. But again, I'm like, I don't know who said it.
Mm, is interesting.
I just
Very, very interesting.
don't know who it could be if it's not my honestly my one sister or my parents. I'm like, no one else would do this.
And you said you asked your parents, right?
What's that?
You did ask your parents. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm assuming so.
But I asked my sister, and she's like, that doesn't sound like any. Like, she's like, I don't even know if they would know how to order uh, an Amazon gift card, and I don't think that they would. I don't even know that they even know my address. She's like, that doesn't sound like them at all, and I don't think that they would do that and not say anything. I don't get it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't asked him, but I ran it by my sister, who's extremely like they live like 5 minutes away from each other. They see each other all the time.
You
And
probably know, yeah.
sis, come on, do you know? She's like, no, I don't know what this is.
Interesting. That is interesting.
Maybe somebody will confess it on their deathbed, like Rob. God, you suck. I'm like, I know. Kept the secret from you for years because I knew it tortured you.
Thought it was hilarious.
I was secretly watching your live stream talk about it with that one chick who's a way better artist than you.
Oh,
And
yeah, right. Now I know the story is fake. Dude, I can hear, speaking of my brother, he's out there anchoring my gazebo down. We almost had that sucker blow away.
oh shit, yeah,
Yeah.
getting some strong winds out there.
Yeah. I feel like one thing I will say, like, it gets windy in Utah, of course. But I will say this, I feel like there's no mountains, there's nothing to really block it. I just feel like the wind just is wild sometimes out here. And we get tornadoes and stuff. So I don't know. It literally the we happened to be already watching out the window, and my husband was like, "Oh, we need to watch this gazebo in case it," and then, like, as he was saying that, the wind picked it up and started taking it right off our patio.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Imagine, oh, we better watch it. Watch it. Wouldn't it be wild if the wind fucking too? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Sheldon says somebody could have sent the card late at night before they went to bed and they forgot about
Yeah, that's what I was just reading. Yeah, I'd like to say that's never happened to me before, but it has happened. Not necessarily cards, but, I've definitely had moments where I forget that I decided to go ahead and order something that I was considering ordering. I was watching a show, and I will forget that I was like, "Oh," like, I'll get a box at the door, and I'm like, "What is this?" Like, "Oh my gosh, what did I get?" And then I'll realize, "Oh, you idiot. You ordered you ordered you ordered this."
I kind of have a version of that where I periodically, there's this Facebook page where people are selling comic books, and
Mhm.
I'll, hit them up and order them from them. And then I forget that I even freaking did it. And so I get packages in the mail. I'm like, oh, what
Eh,
order? I forgot. And I'm like, oh, right. Oh, it's like a little like birthday Christmas present, once every other week or so. I'm like, oh, yeah, this thing. I totally forgot I asked for that.
that's awesome. Hey, you know what? It's the little things. I think that's great. I always tell my kids because they'll be like, "Is our blah 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 whatever they've decided that they're getting with their money?" Because they get allowance, but so sometimes they'll order stuff. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? And I'll be like, "No, you know what? It's not here. When I was a kid," and then of course they're like, "Oh gosh." Um, and I'll be like, "When I was a kid, I had to wait like 3 plus, sometimes like 7 weeks for stuff to like arrive. Your stuff is not here. It's gonna be okay."
Like, demonstrate some patience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Sheldon's like, watch the gazebo, then watch it go right off the patio. You're like,
Yeah,
yep,
that's
go.
basically what happened, yeah.
Imagine it lifts it up and crashes it into the window of neighbor's yard or something.
That would be yeah, our neighbors are so nice too, I'd feel absolutely terrible.
Does your new house, does it feel like home?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, not taking any kind of time to like get used to it. You're like, oh, we're here. And
Um, Maybe a little bit. I mean, I will say this, I think our old neighborhood we really liked better. You could walk to parks and stuff. Here, we're kind of out more in the middle of we're not really it's not like we're really close to anything. So it's not like as many things are in walkable distance, if that makes sense.
a little more isolated.
Yeah, a little bit more, I would say. Hmm. But other than that, I think it's been good. I'm realizing that I did something wrong on her nose. I don't know if I can fix it or not.
You goofed something up.
I think I can. It's gonna mess up the shading, but I'm gonna give it a. Just trying to figure out why it was so. Yeah, that's it right there. What?
Look at the most recent comment.
I did. Ah, she would, actually I didn't leave her behind. That's a false statement. She came with me, but then she flew back. She drove all the way out here,
Oh,
and then she was like, "But also, I'm heading out."
I'm gone. I'm out here.
So, tell me what that's all about.
Yeah, explain yourself on that one.
'Cause I don't even know what to say to you right now. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, obviously. She goes, "Oh, you're right."
I guess when you look at it through that very like myopic lens, then sure, I guess. So
But also, okay, also I can't take much credit for driving. That is true. I mean, you drove some. Her fiance, he drove most of the way.
how long of a drive does that take? That's take like a couple days, right?
Um, we took 2 days, I think, to get out here about-ish. I mean, we left really, really early one morning, spent the night in Nebraska. Then we got out here at like 9 o'clock locally, I think.
I don't know.
But
It's good for the kids though. I think you said that they kind of handled the trip reasonably well.
I mean, they'd done it before to
They're
visit my family.
like, oh, this again.
Plus, we lived out here before,
Yeah,
so they knew they knew the deal.
still be
They knew it.
especially the younger ones.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what? That's a good point.
One thing for your older boys, just like, all right, buckle down.
Yeah. Honestly, it was great that I was able to kind of hang back in the back while my sister and brother-in-law drove because the kids are pretty good kids, but everybody would gets restless. So, yep. Last time we moved out there, I had to have as many kids. She is correct. Raging, raging Nin 77 says,
I don't know why he won't change his name to be the proper screen name. That's Todd. He's a good buddy of mine.
"Oh, really?" Man, I swear mine don't come up like.
Yeah, YouTube changed something, and then one of my guys here figured out how to go back and like YouTube changed what your screen name is. Like you used to have it as being one thing, but then they changed the setting so it now pops up as something else. So a lot,
Mhm.
I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like it's me. I'm like, oh. But then somebody figured out if you go here and change this, it'll put it back to what you had it before.
Interesting.
Yeah, Todd's a good guy. He's like he likes his sarcastic humor, which I in turn like.
I was like, it works out well.
Gosh,
Okay, actually, like this looks more like her nose. Now I've got to unshade its part that's been shaded.
yeah, Todd's like YouTube changed it, not me. No, I know, and they changed it for everybody, and it was kind of dumb that they didn't, you know, tell anybody they were making these stupid changes, and then like people are like, I don't know why my name pops up this weird, stupid way. There is a way to change it back, and I can't remember how because one of the guys I can't even remember who discovered it. I think maybe it was Panda. Are you still in there, Panda? Were you the one who figured it out? Are you the genius?
And it's like, I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
Calling me out. Dude, I wonder if this is working because I can hear them doing this out here, but this was supposedly going to be like a 15-20 minute job, and it is not sounding like that's the case.
Oh, the security gazebo.
Yeah. The gazebo does not sound like it has. Oh shoot, using the wrong one. Been secured.
What are they securing it with? Like, are they securing it to your patio, like like screwing it down, kind of thing?
Yeah, or using like I don't know. So don't laugh at me. When tap cons for the concrete.
Capcom, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say you should know. You work at Home Depot.
Hey, just because I work there doesn't mean it. That being said, I know that.
I can't tell what my grandmother's earrings are. Can anyone tell me if I do a close up? Can anyone make out what these are? I'm gonna see if anybody can tell me what these are. I cannot tell.
Oh, geez.
They are. I thought that they were. I just can't figure it out. I think I'm gonna have to do the old Rob special where you just kind of draw a similar-ish shape
Shapes.
and then just kind of
Huh. Believe me, no one's gonna like what you fucked up those very precious earrings.
yeah. Some type of Sheldon says, "Oh, it's old Tyra's. He's in here. What's up?" Guessing some type of bird. I thought bird too, honestly. Um, I thought bird too, so maybe that's what it is.
John F.
Mm.
Sarcastic humor is the best. And Todd says, my humor is not sarcastic in the least. It's critical observational content. Yes. Little Vial, how's it going? That's a new someone who's joined up the live streams recently. How's it going?
What's up?
Oh yeah, see, there's Panda. He's saying you can change it by clicking your own icon, then view your channel, then customize channel, and then go down to where your handle is and change the name there. All right. See, he knew.
Like I knew he would. I'm glad that there are people who are smarter than me in this. The time I was having all the internet problems, and Gaten's like, "Hold up, this is what you need to do." Like, I
But
don't know.
he's like, let me go do some digging and let me see what I can find out.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. This is my grandmother, Bradley. I think that unless he's talking about yours, ask AI, Sheldon says.
Out there talking.
Oh, you know what? That probably, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it look kind of like a bird. That probably isn't the worst idea. Even though I hate AI, it probably would know what these earrings are. It'd probably search the entire internet and for 1940s or it would just know.
You're not supposed to use AI. Did I lose her? I lose me. Panda, you're like, I'm not smart. I just got fed up with not seeing my name on here. Bradley, he says he's a new subscriber and he's come to really enjoy how much I dislike Liefeld's lazy art. Well, Jessica, are you still there? Your audio went away. She might have bumped her microphone. But yeah, Bradley, thanks. I get a lot of people that enjoy that part of the content. So thank you. Oh, and we lost her. See if she pops back in here. There we go. Okay, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I couldn't hear the audio there.
I don't know what happened there. I couldn't fix it, so I don't.
Well, on mine, I don't know if it's on yours. On the right, there's that little bar of options down the little right side of the screen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Gently bumped the microphone with my finger before and didn't know I shut the audio off.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
So, and I was trying to like tell you, but I'm like, I can't tell her because her audio's off. So she
I could hear you, but I
would hear me talk. All right, all right. Well,
wasn't listening to what you were saying.
that's about the usual.
Sorry. I just went with my natural instincts there. Just kidding.
Yeah, Todd. See, there you go. Todd Moonlight Studios. There you go.
What's happening?
Well, he changed his name. Remember the guy? He was like Raging Cajun or whatever. I'm like, no, that's Todd. So
Mhm.
Panda showed up, and I was like, "Is that you who figured that out?" And he explained how to change it, which Todd went and did. Now it says his name, Todd. So now we can
Oh,
look
nice.
like a human being, not a raging Cajun.
Awesome. Todd. I like that name. Oh, it reminds me on the Fox and the Hound, which is a compliment because I loved that movie as a child and still do as an adult.
uh, first,
Mm. I keep rubbing this, and now I'm making the nose look heinous.
anus.
I said heinous.
I know what you said. I just it's a very interesting descriptor.
Mm, fair, fair.
Todd says Todd is the worst name ever. No parent should ever name their child Todd. Oh,
Todd, why would you say that? What's wrong with it? I actually have a child named Todd. I'm just kidding. I
it's like, wait, what?
don't.
It's like,
I do not. I do not. It's just me being a dork.
Jessica, you love Stranger Things. What'd you think of season 5 overall?
um, it's the worst season
Really?
by far. But I did not hate it as much as a lot of people did. But I wouldn't even say that I hated it. I didn't really hate it. I didn't like it very much. I didn't hate the ending. I actually liked the ending just fine. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of wasted time. A lot of wasted time this season. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
It did, but it didn't completely shit the bed, like ruin the series.
No, no, I don't think it ruined the series. Now, I might be alone in this feeling, but I did not think that it completely ruined the series for me. Like I would probably still go back and even watch this season if I were watching them all. In fact, I've watched it twice now because my oldest son, he wasn't watching it at the same time, so he was behind on me, so he ended up going back and watching it. But I guess that is without in case somebody hasn't watched it here, I don't want to give anything away. I think no spoilers. My things I would say is a lot of loose ends not tied up. Um, and I feel like if they could have tied up those endings, explained a few more things, spent more time on the story as a like the main story, spent more time on main characters. Again, without giving too much away, one of the it felt like most of the screen time went to somebody who was not even a main character for the last 3 seasons. And they got a lot of screen time. And so I would say that was a big miss. I think maybe they could have, if they wanted to go with a polished ending, which it seemed like they wanted to have, I guess they kind of wanted a happy ending. I feel like if they wanted to go that route, they should have just gone all the way with it. I feel like they could have gone all the way with a lot of stuff. They kind of held back, and I think it kind of ended up screwing them because they decided not to be as risky, but then they also decided not to own it, and they should have. And I don't really know how else to explain it, but that's like the best I can.
Watched a couple of reviewers talk about it, and some of them were. Most of them seemed like they say like it wasn't an absolute nightmare, but boy, they could have really done. And specifically, especially considering the amount of time and money they put into this, you're like, boy, you guys,
I think that's the problem. I think that if this had been a series that had been going on for the last 5 years, and that was the ender, man, what a banger, right? Like, I think that would have been, wow, what a great series, truthfully. But because it's been going on for 10 years, because they had so much time to do this last season, and because there's literally people that grew up with it, there was so much writing on it. The Duffer Brothers have kind of given themselves, not themselves, but it's been given to them this, um, I guess, not necessarily title. They just are supposed to be these really magnificent writers who wrote this really awesome sci-fi story with these memorable characters, and they're finishing it off, and it just felt flat for them compared to the other seasons.
you know,
I don't know if there was any way to make a mass majority happy, though. I will say this. I think the problem with stuff like this is that you have so many people watching, so many expectations that are so high that if you try to please everybody and you try to hit those expectations, I don't know that it's possible to make everybody happy. I don't know if it's possible to reach the expectations that were out there for them, but I don't think they got anywhere near it.
yeah. Well, sometimes the expectation's been built up, and I can imagine it's as a writer, it's hard to really like. You want to make it one of the best, most epic endings to this story, and I guess I would say it's respectable if you could tell that they at least tried.
Mm,
Right. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but and as long as they stay true to the characters, I guess.
you kn- one of the big issues this season, or something that was brought up a lot, which you even texted me about, was they spent a good chunk of time on the next to last episode on a scene. I'm sure everybody's seen it online. Um, oh hey Addie. She and thank you. These are some of my favorite nails. Um, was on a coming out scene for a character. Now,
It's all over the internet. It's yeah, that's
yeah, they wanted they made it to where it fit in with the plot. It fit in with the plot of to a degree. Like, it did have purpose. However, I think the challenge that they had was make it have purpose, make it flow, make it realistic. I mean, this is the 80s. I have a lot of family members who grew up in the 80s, many of which are gay, and it obviously was a much different world then. So yes, it was a much bigger deal, I think. I don't know if they nailed that scene. I actually think that scene setting it up for the ending caused a lot of frustration because there was so much going on that could have been addressed that time was of the essence and they were running out of it. But even still, by the time you get to the next episode, they had time to tie up a lot of these endings, even still, even with that scene being included. And I don't know, they just seemed to kind of like they couldn't just really hung back and it's like they didn't want to give us the information that really we needed. I don't know.
I've heard the biggest complaint I seem like I've heard is that it felt like from a story narrative, like again, not having seen anything, but they're like, this was not the time and place to stop and wait, considering the stakes that are going on right now, to sit down and have this like there's shit going on. We gotta go, we don't have time for this. And that's the seems to be the most common thing that I've heard.
Sure. And again, like I said, I get why it would have been a big deal. I'm, honestly, even as a 90s child, I had cousins who were gay that they didn't even come out of the closet at all because they weren't going to deal with that. And so people knew, people who knew them well knew, but it was very much not talked about. And they had roommates, you know. It wasn't, and so I get that it was a big deal. And then, like John is saying here, he says some scenes got way more attention than it deserved. If you watch the series, you have already known that scene was unnecessary. We all knew Will was gay. I mean, I think most of us did, anyways. Even in one of the scenes early on in the series, Mike says to him because Will's upset because they're not spending as much time together as a group. And Mike goes, "It's not my fault because the other boys are hanging out with their girlfriends that you don't like girls." And it's really like they zoom in on Will. In that moment, I think majority of us knew that that was where that was going. Like he may not have even fully realized it yet, but everybody kind of knew.
So they were laying the seeds for the whole thing. So and that's fair. Like that, if that's who that character was,
Yeah.
then that's fine. It just I guess it's all about like picking the time and place to have this scene. And then I read that they like spent 12 hours filming the scene.
Mhm.
Like that scene took 12 hours to film. Like, all right, I mean, whatever.
It's because, and again, I'm not trying to defend everything. So obviously, like I don't think it was necessary. I think it was, from what I've read, it is because they were trying to come up with a speech that would A, fit the scenario, and B, that would also give um the character, I guess, what he deserved as far as like getting that time. Another big issue though I had with it, and I know everybody else did, everybody is in that room. Everybody who is joining them on this mission. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's not, again, somebody who has very, very close ties to several scenarios similar to this as far as somebody coming out, especially in this kind of era. I don't think that he would have invited people he doesn't even know. Most of these people he's never even spoke to, or not most of them, but some of them
Yeah.
are in this group. Now, the reasoning they are saying that it happened the way that it did is because the villain was using this dark secret of kind of like shame and feeling of weakness because, against him, of if he was his true self and he was honest with people, um, he would lose them. And that was something he needed to tell everyone so that that couldn't be used against him anymore. Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't, but also, again, I don't know if I just don't feel like they did it the right way. Again, I don't know that it was necessary.
kind of unfortunate that this one scene becomes the talking point of the entire show to be like overshadow, the entire ending of this once very super. I mean, still popular, but it sounds like they had enough problems going on with the show to land the season ending or series ending, and this is what everyone's talking about.
Right. It's on them. It's on them. I mean, they had every opportunity to make this. They had laid the groundwork. Season 4 was just chef's kiss. Season 4 was chef's kiss. Season 1, this is why I'm surprised you haven't watched it. To me, season 1 felt like me sitting it down and watching an old 80s movie. Like a Steven Spielberg movie or something. Like I absolutely loved it. Season 2, really, really good. Season 2 by far sits out there as one I probably watched maybe the most. Um, they just I feel like they had such great setups, they had such great character development, and then it was like, for whatever reason, they just whiffed. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I didn't hate it. A lot of people did. Maybe it's because I like the rest of the series so much that I'm willing to overlook the problems, but um
Yeah, if you love something and it kind of falters, you're like, all right, I'm still here. You're giving me a lot of joy. Maybe we'll get it back on track somewhere here.
yeah, and one thing I will say, there's a lot of people online that are like, "Oh, they're calling for Duffer Brothers never to write again because they're so upset about this," right?
Okay. Whitney wants to say hi.
"Oh, hey Whitney, what's up?" Um if it were one thing I will say is that when you yes, was this what they did great? No, it was terrible. Like it was not good. They could have done so much better. But I will say this. I loved so much of what they did. And, whenever we get people who are as talented as they are, that was able to give us as many seasons as they did, that, they give us what, 4 seasons of really memorable, wonderful characters, a super unique story. I would never say like, well, don't ever write again, because I wouldn't ever want to discourage them from doing it again, because, you know, we all fall a little short as artists, and that's really what they are every once in a while. I feel the same way about authors when they screw up a book series, like I don't it sucks, but don't stop writing and because of it. So
Work hard.
that's my 2 cents.
Just all right, Jess, just to catch up on the chats. Addie oh, she says, Jess, your nails cat eyes. She loves them so much.
Yes.
Um, John says some scenes got way more attention than it deserved. If you watch the series, you've already known that scene was unnecessary.
Mhm.
Asking, what are you drawing? It looks so clean
Oh, to me or to you?
to you.
Oh, thank you. It's my grandmother. So this is her.
Then Addie says, I could tell in the first episode. I was like, that's a gay little boy right there.
Yeah, I know. Everybody could. Like it was very, very like unnecessary for them to tell us.
And then John says his over dramatic reaction to nearly everything was a dead giveaway. And Addie says, that's so real.
True, 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 true.
All right, we're current.
Um, yeah, I guess that's the thing is and then you had the old, I don't know if you heard about all the people who were thinking, oh, they're gonna actually release the real one. They got all the clues and stuff because the Duffer Brothers were like, really analyze this season, and they thought there was gonna be a real one released, and it didn't obviously like on this like yesterday, I think it was, and it didn't happen. I don't know. It's hard. You know what? And I told somebody else this too. I said, It was disappointing in a lot of ways. I was disappointed. I know a lot of people were disappointed. Nothing will disappoint me probably as much as the Game of Thrones
I was gonna
ending.
so many people just so pissed off at how they shit the bed. Apparently, I've never watched it, so I can't say, but I'm very much aware of the conversation.
Yeah, that, in my opinion, will that one still trumps it. That one still trumps it. Because at least in my opinion, none of the characters, they didn't destroy any of the characters'
Strange,
personalities in Stranger Things.
right?
In Game of Thrones, I I personally like what happened? What happened? I do not understand.
Yeah,
They just destroyed a lot of the character development. They gave us the exact nobody got what they wanted in that one. Not a single person. I don't think anybody wanted. And in case anybody hasn't watched, I'm sorry. Bran to be king? No, that was never on anybody's radar. I do not know. Anyway, they wanted to ship Mike and Will. Old, what is it? Byler or whatever. Yeah, which again, obviously everybody can have there's I never saw that ever making it happen and I'm glad it didn't. I think that would have been unfair to 11, but I don't know, man. I was never sure exactly how that was going to go down.
well, I not trying to make excuses for any creatives, but like I said, if we, I guess there's a difference if you kind of feel like the creators were at least trying to do the right thing, and when you have something this big and this popular and there's so much expectation,
Mhm.
the pressure to get it right could start weighing on you, as opposed to just focusing on the creative aspect and not letting the pressure of this massive juggernaut of success start screwing up your process. And how many times has there been like a perfect ending to a perfect TV show? I feel like I always go back to like one of my favorite TV shows of all time, right? Star Trek: The Next Generation made the most perfect series ending ever.
Yeah, it's true. I think that's the tough part is like I said, you're going to disappoint people. And if you write the ending you want, a lot of times that's I think what happens is if they try to sit and write the ending that everybody else wants, I don't even know what their original plan was. They said that they had the plan from the get-go, but clearly they didn't. Like they ended up coming out and saying they did hum ha and try to figure out what exactly they wanted to happen to certain characters. And I think the biggest thing is they kind of lied. They said, "Oh, you're gonna lose so many people this season." Okay, that didn't happen. "Oh, you're gonna be like really analyze it because there's gonna be all this stuff that you're gonna, their secrets are gonna be revealed." That didn't happen either, and I think that was really frustrating to me and to a lot of people because here we are expecting this really crazy thing and it had good moments to it, but it just wasn't on par with the other last season. But I'm kind of the same way. I give them a pass because I don't want them to not ever do anything again because I think you can screw up, but I mean we know we have a lot of amazing movie makers and writers out there who've wrote duds.
Yeah. Well, it's another example of like I know people have said again, Rob, you got to watch Game of Thrones. Just don't watch the ending of it. And just hearing that the ending absolutely fucking sucks, I'm kind of not interested in watching. Like I don't
No.
care.
Oh, you were gonna watch anyways.
You're gonna kiss my ass. I'm not watching Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones. I thought you were talking about Stranger Things.
No, I'm not watching Stranger Things because I'm not interested. And especially now that I'm like, I've heard enough about the ending. I don't care. And a lot of people said, Rob, you got to watch Lost. Just don't watch the ending because they really shit the bed at Lost. I'm like, well, now I don't want to watch it. So So I'm kind of like some shows I'm like, I never got into it. So at least I was spared the disappointment.
That's true. That's true. But man, I will say this: Stranger Things was a wild ride until this last season.
Yeah.
Wild ride. I mean, you got, and again, I'm sure I'm not giving anything away. You got Eddie Munson freaking in the Upside Down playing Master of Puppets the year it would have been released, I believe. And as a way to divert the old demo bats away from the gang as they try to sneak. I mean, it was just, and they start off that scene. Oh, it's just so good. It's so good. And you just had all the chills, and then this is how it ended. You really just wanted something like that.
Yeah.
Oh well. Eddie was by far my favorite character, and they, you know, did away with him anyways. So listen to the people. He says, fair enough, Star Trek.
Addie's a burgeoning Star Trek fan.
Ooh.
She was saying that last time on stream she got the original series on disc or something like that. So she's really excited to get to experience all of it. I'm like, dude, once you get through the original series TV show, you got to go straight into the movies. If you love those characters, and you will love the movies.
She's watching the original right now.
Original, yeah.
Oh, little Captain Kirk.
Uh huh.
Dude, those have a great place in my heart. Ain't nothing like those. Those were my dad's, man. My dad absolutely loved those. Used to get, you knew you'd won the lottery if my dad said, we always had family prayer before bed, and he'd go, Jessica, you want to stay up and watch some Star Trek with me? And
Oh,
I was like, oh my gosh, yes. I'm so excited.
well,
So awesome.
how old were you when that was happening?
7,
Oh,
6. Yeah. Oh, I loved it. So much fun. It's fun time. Fun time. Those are some fun ones. Um, what season are you on, Addie?
went and saw the new Avatar movie.
Was it good? I've heard good things.
Have you seen the others?
I have seen the first one a few times, and then I have never fully finished Way of the Water, but it's not my fault because we're trying to watch it as a family. And my younger kids, we always make it to a certain point and then we just never. Although I'm liking it as far as I have watched it.
What major elements, especially at the end, that you got to watch before you get into the next one. So I'll keep it spoiler free. But um,
Okay.
it was. Um, oh, Addie says numero uno. I left off on the Dagger of the Mind episode.
Mm, okay, okay. I think one of my favorite episodes, I can't remember. Maybe it's 5, season 5. I can't remember.
There's only
I won't,
4 seasons.
it must be season 4. I don't know. I won't say anything, but when we do this again, if you've made it further, I'll ask you where you are then.
But as far as Avatar, one of the things about it that I really wanted to make sure I go see it for is like the first one in the theater. It was the most visually stunning thing I'd ever seen in my life in the 3D. I'm like, to this day, I'm like, I cannot believe this. And
Hmm.
in the theater in 3D, part two was exactly the same way. I cannot believe these visuals. It's incredible. And this one absolutely was right there. I'm like, it's insane how good these visuals are, and emphasis on the 3D. I'm like, I'm not normally like a movie has to be 3D to be the best, but she makes these very specifically for that and
Sure.
works on a level that nothing else can even rival. And the stories are not like the most original thing, but I like the
No.
there's enough, especially, I kind of like the Jake Sully character. I like the main guy. I like him, and the action scenes are fun, and it is abusively long. 3.5 hours long, just a hair under 3.5 hours. So it is a serious commitment of time. Like, I want to take my kids to it. I just don't think that they tolerate it that long. They'd eventually be like, "Holy shit, Dad, can we like go outside for a minute or something?" Because I'm watching it and I'm like, I think my kids would love this. Specifically the amazing 3D stuff, but I don't know if I want to spend that much money to take them something that they eventually an hour in, 2 hours, and they're, oh my god, Dad, is it still going?
Mhm.
But
You know what? My older boys, they always go see these ones in theater, but you know what? They do okay.
yeah.
They like them, so, I mean, they seem to like it. I know my younger kids, there'd be no way, so I don't ever see anything in the theater because this is my life. The last time I tried to go to the th okay, that's the last time I tried. Last time I tried to go watch, like, a genuinely long action movie was Dune 2,
Yeah, and you didn't get to stay, did you?
and I didn't even get to stay, and I was like, "Dude, never again. No
Yeah.
children. No children."
Yep. Me and the ex-wife went to a movie years ago when her and I first got together, and her son was 3 when we got together, and I don't know, it might have been a year into our get together, so we might have been 4 or 5, something like that, but he fucking ruined the movie for us, and so we looked at each other, we're like, "Never again. Not until he's older or we have someone else to watch this little shit," which I get, he's just a little kid, but
Yeah.
we thought that he would tolerate because we thought that he would have been interested in the movie, and that's what's like, if it grabs them and gets them interested, then it's fine, but if they're bored and they don't care, then shit, all bets are off. Their level of being able to tolerate this evaporates pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, and like you said, it's not their fault, but, it really sucks.
And movies are not cheap, so that's a lot of money wasted.
Yes, and that's the first thing with my issue with Dune was my and I hate saying this because, I took my, daughter, she's technically my stepdaughter, to go see it because she loved it. The first one, and so I'm like, "Dude, this is something we can go do, we can have this bonding experience," and she has some mental health issues, and, man, she just was not about that. Some of the scenes scared her, which I got it, like, there was some dark stuff in there. But I was like, "No, come on, really? You're 13 years old."
I would have loved this shit.
Oh, yeah, like, my dad once tried to tell me that I was gonna be he's like, "Oh, I don't know if you're gonna like, I was when did old the Revenge of the Sith come out?
Oh, I don't remember the year, but
I was like 15, I think. He was like, "Oh, it's pretty dark. I don't know if you're gonna like it." I was like, "Please, I am going to that movie. Stop."
and did you like it?
I did because I'm a sucker for anything Star Wars up until that point, but not now.
Yep.
Like nothing Disney, no thank you.
Mhm.
Not nothing Disney. I liked Mandalorian okay for a while.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
yeah, me too. See the movie
Uh,
they're doing with that now?
no, I didn't. I don't follow it anymore. Just
Yeah,
makes me sick.
well, you get a chance. There's a trailer. It's a full-on theatrical release movie.
Oh, we were wondering because my little girl, she's been like really into Mandalorian. She can even say it really well, and she's only 2.
Oh,
So that's pretty cute. That'll be fun.
yeah, you should
I
check out the trailer.
again, if they do it, I felt like the last season was kind of lame, but we'll
I,
see how it goes, I guess.
I was still kind of mad with the Book of Boba Fett,
Dude, yeah, what the heck, man?
and then
No.
I was just like, it killed my interest in Mando, and I was enjoying it. Season 1 and 2, I'm on board. That was fun. Didn't even bother with 3. I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm out." And Star
Yeah, I
Wars,
kind of remember this with you.
yeah, Star Wars,
Yeah.
except the original trilogy and then parts of the prequels.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I am too. I obviously love the originals. The originals, watch them a couple times every year, throw them on just for fun every once in a while. Prequels, I really like the first one, which I know everybody hates, Phantom Menace. I really like it. Um, Attack of the Clones is pretty good. I loved it when I was a kid and it came out because I got to experience it coming out in theaters.
Yeah.
With Phantom Menace, I was like 9 when it came out, but I didn't get to go see it in theaters. But with Attack of the Clones, I did. And so I really loved it. But as I've gotten older, I've not been as big of a fan of it. I mean, I still like it. Like, I still think it's better than half the junk out there right now, probably more than half. But um, I consider it real Star Wars. I have specifications.
Yeah, yeah,
And then obviously the old Revenge of the Sith is a fun one to get into.
yeah.
Gotta at least. There's so many good memes that came out of that. Um, 2005. Oh, 2005 for Addie says she looked it up. Yeah, so yeah, I was 15. I was 15 when Revenge of the Sith came out. That's what I thought. I saw that one in theaters too. I love Star Wars. Love it, love it, love it.
That's such a
Oh,
whimsical magic to it. And just the sounds and the effects and, being older myself, growing up in an era when that was like this incredible thing and there was a Star Wars product, like in terms of movies or TV shows being pumped out non
mm.
all the time. So you live with these very special ones that you only got every couple of years. And it was just magical stuff, and it just was a simple tale of good versus evil and overcoming. And now they're like, "Oh, the Jedi are bad, and the Sith are misunderstood." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, stop! I'm fucking done. I want good guys versus bad guys."
Tried to wicked you.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, what was I gonna say? Speaking of Star Trek, I will say this. I've always felt like Star Trek from the get-go, even the old ones, they had a bigger message to share. Like, I felt like there was always this battle about your humanity and almost like the politics in it, with Star Trek, right? Which I like, but I feel like with Star Wars, it's literally like a fantasy story thrown into space is what it is, and I love it. I love it for that. It's just fun. It's just fun.
that's literally what it is. And you're right. Star Trek is about exploring the human condition. It's talking about
Yes, yes.
and ideas and concepts and where's the morality and blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Star Wars is fantasy. It's adventure,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
people are like, "What? Are you a Star Wars guy or a Star Trek guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, both." I mean, when they were,
Yeah.
yeah, I like them both. It's fine.
That's how I feel. Like it depends on what I'm wanting to watch at the time. I think I have a because I loved it so much as a kid. Star Wars is on top of my list, but honestly, I loved Star Trek as a kid too. It just depends on what you're in the mood for.
Yeah,
I want to. Addie says not to mention how awesome John Williams is. I mentioned watching the documentary on Disney to my band director, soon to have his doctorate, and he said, "I don't know what I'll do when John Williams dies." Oh yeah,
yeah.
yep. I don't know which documentary you're referring to, Addie. I will say, and I know I've talked about this one before. This one I just love, and I can't. Is it The Magic of Light?
The one on Disney?
I think it's on Disney, yeah.
I don't remember I watched it too. I don't remember what the name was. I just remember it was about John Williams. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, I'm in, and I watched it.
Um, this one isn't about John Williams I'm thinking of. Sorry, that's what I was sorry, I was said speaking I know I said speaking of John Williams. I meant speaking of documentaries.
Gotcha.
Um, but yes, the one about John Williams I have not yet seen, but I've been meaning to watch it. I can't remember the name of the one that I watched. It's about it's about George Lucas and his hodgepodge gang who get together and make Star Wars. And a lot of it's about the artist who make the special effects. And I cannot, the magic of light. I believe that's the name of it.
Would make sense because the special effects studio was Industrial Light and Magic. So
Yeah, I think that was the name of it. Oh my gosh, I cry so much. I always cry when I watch that. It's such an inspiring documentary about this. They didn't have money and they didn't know how to do a lot of these things. And all these things hadn't been done yet. Because they also did Indiana Jones.
yeah,
And so they're working with all these things and these little sets and they're putting them together and when they're in space and they're in the midst of all of the asteroids, they've thrown like a potato in there just to see if anybody noticed, just to kind of give it like a dimension. And,
uh,
you can't even tell it's a potato on screen. But then there's a moment in one of the later episodes, kind of towards the end, where that group they realize that they're no longer needed because of CGI.
okay,
And I bawl my eyes out every time these artists they're out of work because CGI is going to do their job for them and they don't need them anymore.
right.
Light and magic.
Right.
Light and magic. That's what it is, Addie. Light and magic. You're right. And I bawl my eyes out because that's how I worry about with AI. And I just think, this is what they did. Like they worked so hard on these and then just one day it was like, well, they need them for a while still. I mean, CGI was being what it was, but now it's like, no, we don't need you anymore, kind of thing. It really makes me sad every time.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea that all you guys who do practical effects and make these things by hand, and you build
Mhm.
spaceships out of plastic and electrodes and shit, and then you pass the camera by it. Now it's just all on the computer, and it's like, yeah, it's dying, you know, dying art.
Mm.
We can do it on the computer now.
Yep. This makes me sad.
Sorry, real quick. Mooper-san, hey, dude, thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Oh, look at this chick you've drawn.
Yeah,
That's a nice outfit there.
I think so too.
I'm sure you do.
Had a lady with this kind of body roll up in with me with this kind of outfit, I'd be like, yeah, what would I, yeah. She'd be like, lick my boots. I'm like, ew. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is actually for somebody who purchased a whole pile of stuff from me. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna throw in a,
Oh.
I'm talking like everything I have. So
Whoa, for real? That's awesome.
yeah, Jesus. So yeah,
That's awesome. She holding a cup there?
yeah, it's the this is the villain from the current book with the guy who lost his
Oh,
part.
it's a jar.
Guess what's in that jar?
Oh, wow.
No.
You
And
guys
they're so down bad.
huh?
It's a jar of a pickle, right, Sheldon? I know.
What could it possibly be?
Sheldon says Rob's going even quicker than usual. So, I mean, it's kind of just your basic straight on figure shot.
He's like, it's nothing big, just a basic shot.
All the little commoners out there.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Demon goes, it's a jerkin.
Might be.
Oh boy. Guys are the worst, and also the best. I don't know.
Hey, yeah, I know you.
Oh, you don't. I'm just kidding.
We're exactly the kind of people.
I know. I try to have my mom voice though. I try. To be fair, Chuck says, I keep telling people it's a pickle. Addie says, to be fair, when I draw handsome gentlemen 99% of the time and kind of sit there and admire the beautiful face, I mean, graphite particles.
Humor. But yes, Chuck, it's a pickle. I don't know why people don't listen. What's wrong with these folks?
Because it's shit and everybody knows it. We know you're not fooling us. Dude, the wind is wild out there right now.
Really blowing out there then still.
Hmm.
To your knowledge, your gazebo has not lifted off again.
I should go look, huh? I will let everybody know if my gazebo is still there. It's still there. However, the tie downs are still there, which means that they did not get it. Which I kind of sound like they were running into some kind of issue. So I'm not super surprised, I suppose. This thing has been quite the bane of our existence. Mm. I wonder if I should keep working on it. So let it.
You should have one of your sons, Bane, and you could say, "You're the bane of my existence."
Oh my gosh, missed opportunity.
Like, yeah, the next time on my next kid.
What? This is actually my Stranger Things artwork I started, but I've never.
We're working on that, and I was like, "What the hell are you drawing?" And everyone's like, "Duh, it's the monster from the show. Don't you watch it?" And I'm like, "Oh, right. No, I don't."
Yeah, I've never finished it. I was gonna put all the different people on there, but I have not gotten to it. Have not gotten to it. I'm gonna start miniature painting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were talking about that.
I knew a guy whose last name was Geist. I actually knew someone named Zach Geist once that told me he was going to name his kid Poulter. That's from Chuck. Terrible, but also, how could you pass up that opportunity?
Alter, guys, that would be. Yeah.
It's not a self portrait. It's supposed to be 11. I can't get likenesses very well, truthfully. I don't look like that. It's supposed to be 11. I was doing her shaved head, but maybe I'll make her long hair because I used a newer picture of her. I wish I had my braids were as thick as this chick's Rob is drawing whenever.
You've got pretty long, thick, dark hair. I mean, this is
It's not
exaggerated.
as thick anymore. It's very much getting old. It's getting old and dry. And
I mean, this is exaggerated comic booking stuff. In the real world, you've got really long, really dark hair, so it's about as close as you could get. But You say so.
Oh, yep, I guess. I mean, I keep thinking I'm gonna cut it because it's driving me crazy.
Every girl I've ever met that's got long hair, it's like, I'm gonna cut this.
Yeah, it's true. That's fair. That's fair. My agent up.
You what?
Chuck says, just wait till you get to my age. There's no brown left in it at all. Salt and pepper gray. Yeah, you know what though? That's okay. Just means you've experienced some things. I actually have a ton of gray in my hair. I know that shouldn't be that shocking since I'm not that young, but in my, you know, childhood, I always thought, oh, 30 isn't that old. 35 isn't that old. I'll still have color in my hair. Although I was reading, I don't know if you've ever read Red Rising. It's a kind of a sci-fi book, but I've been reading it. And the main character he's 16 at the time where I'm at right now. And he's talking about somebody, he's like, he was really old. I guessed him to be around 35. And I was like, oh my God.
Book, throw it across the room.
I was like, geez, just felt knife to the heart here.
Just turned 49, so I would take mid-30s.
That's where I'm at,
Yeah, still young.
I suppose. I don't feel it, that's for sure.
Yeah, Chuck. He's like, anyone under the age of 35 seems like a kid to me now. Like, I get that. All you children out there.
I mean, I don't feel that young anymore. I feel like I'm quickly going to my grave. I don't know.
Patty says, I won't need to bleach my hair to go full mint green if it goes gray.
There you go. That is one good thing about going gray is colors will take to it a lot better. Although mine are all wiry, like they're not even the same types of hair that I've had on my head. What is with that crap? I can't even remember what the colors I used here.
Chuck, he's like, I see teenagers now. I can't tell the difference between 14 or 20. They all look like they just got out of daycare. Well, the problem is that especially girls that are younger, they're like dressing so much more grown up than when I was in school. And you're like, you kind of start mistaking their age, and that's
Oh, Rob.
not good.
Mhm.
See girls that
Is
are 30s and they look like they're probably 17, but they're in their 30s, and vice versa. You're like, what the fuck? I can't. You just, it's just, dude, all right. This is not good.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. In all truthfulness, you not making fun of you.
Shit.
I have also noticed that same thing. I say, I'm like, dude, I would never worn that when I was, you know, 13 years old.
I seriously, it's like this is like enjoy being children in innocent times. Don't grow up so fast, people. Growing up sucks.
Chuck goes, I swear, officer, she was 17 going on 37.
Right? He's like, tell it to the judge, punk. Get in the car.
Oh my gosh. I don't know about that officer voice. I like it, but it's
Huh,
not one I've heard before.
I don't know.
Yeah. No notes, but
Addie says, don't get me started on the middle school dress, so mature and wear all this makeup. And I'm like, my mom wouldn't wear makeup to school until the beginning of high school.
yeah, no, it's true. I do not understand. Not even a little bit. Not at all. Oh, I might jump off here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of sleepy. Speaking of old age.
Lazy ass.
What?
Called you a lazy ass.
Oh, okay. I
But
thought you said something else.
yeah, my energy levels, oh my God. Like almost a daily thing. I come home from work and I go lie in my bed and I take a nap and it's bullshit. But
I'm sorry.
just not a young man anymore, and I don't like that.
Yep, that is how I feel. I mean, I was never a young man, but
I mean,
not
I've known
not
you were like what, 20, 21, 20, 21, something like that.
I think you met me when I was 19.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty sure actually.
Today, like it happened often when we first got to know each other when we worked together, but there's like this one specific time. And again, this happened often, but I'd come into work and I'd find an excuse to go wander my ass up to the service desk and, you know,
Mhm.
there and and depending on how busy you were, like you'd turn, you'd look, you'd see me, and you just smile. And I was like, oh, this is the person who enjoys my presence to come around.
It's true. It was fun. Sometimes I would literally consider calling in. I was like, wait. Or like, I mean, I'd be there. And so I sometimes I would just consider, leaving Brady to figure it out. And then I'd be like, wait a second, is Rob coming in tonight for the shift? Because if so, we will just bullshit. We will pumpkin patch the shit out of the service desk.
Right out of the service desk. And it made it fun. Yeah, absolutely. Good times. Yeah,
So true.
I'll jump off here too.
Yep. Well, thanks everyone. It was really fun. Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, thanks for hitting me up and saying, hey, I got some time. Let's do this shit. I'm like,
Yeah, that was great. It's good to get some art in. Um,
yeah, that one you're working on looks fantastic. Like,
Thank you. I'm pretty happy with it. We'll see how it goes. Still not quite finished with it, but
the hair is looking awesome.
yours looks great too. But what's new?
Yeah,
Always. All right. Well, maybe if you got time next week, we can do it again.
I got all the time in the world. I ain't got shit to do. So, well, I mean, I got comics to draw, but I ain't got anything else like with social life to do. So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
That makes sense. All right. Sounds good. I will hit you up then.
All right,
All right. Bye, everyone.
everybody.